Night before last at the convention was supposed to be the hot topic for the media to focus on, but Trump was not about to let that happen.
In the wake of the DNC hacking scandal, Donald Trump gave Russia a green light to retrieve Hillary Clinton's lost emails.
No, he didn't. He didn't give them a green light to retrieve the emails. They've already got the emails. Either that or they don't. There's no place to retrieve them from. See, this is Carl Cameron buying into the Democrats' narrative. No. Look, the server that the emails were on is long gone. It does not exist anymore. There's nowhere to go to hack these emails. All right? The Democratic National Committee doesn't have these emails. There's nowhere to go to hack. There was no invitation to hack. There was an invitation to produce if you have them, and frankly, I'm okay with that.
Russia, if you're listening, I hope you're able to find the 30,000 emails that are missing.
The Clinton campaign pounced, quote, "This has to be the first time that a major presidential candidate has actively encouraged a foreign power to conduct espionage against his political opponent."
Do you guys really want to go there? Do you want to talk about who's committed espionage? Do you want to do you want to talk about who has really endangered our national security? I mean, you guys are really skating on some thin ice here with this one. I mean, really, and again, there was no invitation to commit espionage. There was an invitation to produce what they already got, not something they would get in the future.
This has gone from being a matter of curiosity and a matter of politics to being a national security issue. Trump quickly tweeted, quote, "If Russia or any other country or person has Hillary Clinton's 33,000 illegally deleted emails, perhaps they should share them with the FBI." Prior to Trump's remarks, President Obama weighed in on the DNC hacking.
What we do know is that the Russians hack our systems. What the motives were in terms of the leaks, all that, I can't say directly.
Yeah, I can't say directly, but I'm indirectly saying that, Trump and Putin are in on this together. And Putin wants to get rid of Hillary. That's what it is. Putin likes Trump. Do you really want to vote for the person that the Russians like? See, that's the meme here.
What I do know is that Donald Trump has repeatedly expressed admiration for Vladimir Putin.
Trump let loose on the president.
I think President Obama has been the most ignorant president in our history.
Exactly.
His views of the world, as he says, don't jive.
Trump called Democrat speculation that the Russians hacked the DNC to help him defeat Clinton a distraction.
So I know nothing about it. It's one of the most far-fetched I've ever heard.
The GOP's nominee claimed ignorance of the Russian leader, even as he praised him.
I never met Putin. I don't know who Putin is. I have nothing to do with Russia. I said that Putin has much better leadership qualities than Obama, but who doesn't know that?
Trump took shots at the Clintons with a not-so-vague reference to the former president's impeachment for lying about the Lewinsky affair.
She's been a disaster. And even the story told by her husband last night, he left out the most interesting chapter. I won't get into that.
On policy, he broke with Republicans who oppose a federal minimum wage hike.
At least $10, but it has to go up.
Asked about the acquittal of the final police officer on trial in the Baltimore Freddie Gray case, Trump slammed the prosecutor.
I think it was disgraceful what she did and the way she did it and the news conference that she had where they were guilty before anybody even knew the facts.
Okay, well, that's right on. All right, here is his comments on Russia one more time.
It was about the things that were said in those emails. What was said was a disgrace. And it was Debbie Wasserman Schultz. And believe me, as sure as you're sitting there, Hillary Clinton knew about it. Russia, if you're listening, I hope you're able to find the 30,000 emails that are missing.
Okay, so there was no invitation to commit espionage. But see, that doesn't matter because with the left, the truth doesn't matter. It's whatever you can make out of it. Here is Representative Castro responding.
You see this pattern with Donald Trump where he says something that's very outlandish and bombastic, and in this case is a real national security threat. There are experts who are saying that this borders on treason, which is a very serious thing. And
Wait a minute, what experts? Who are these? We keep hearing about all these experts.
I say that, as somebody who sits on the Foreign Affairs Committee, the Intelligence Committee, Hillary Clinton, to her credit, has said that she's trying to not make this political.
Oh, please. Wait, hand me the barf bag.
But when Donald Trump goes out and invites the Russians to hack a political party, that is something that is very bizarre in American politics.
Okay, do you see this? Now, first of all, there was no invitation to hack. And second of all, the invitation was not to hack the political party. The invitation was to produce Hillary's emails that they already were in possession of, because there was no possibility to hack because the email server is gone. But do you see how distorted this is getting? All right. And it's and for a purpose. Okay. That's, and then there's Rick Rennell, former UN spokesman.
Yeah, I mean, look, no one should be surprised that the Clinton campaign is panicking about what's going on. I get it. I mean, things are not going well for them. But this has nothing to do with Donald Trump. It has everything to do with Hillary Clinton's 30,000 missing emails. But we're not going to be surprised by a Clinton campaign that's making this bigger than what it is. They underestimated Russia consistently. They mocked Mitt Romney for making Russia a big issue. And I don't understand why they're surprised that Russia actually spies and hacks on other countries. We all know that. They should know that.
Okay, so Debbie Dingle shows up. Debbie Dingleberry shows up on Fox last night and says this.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I listened to it, Rick, and I was just horrified. I called what he did today treason, and I am going to say it that strongly.
Yeah, treason. All right. Now, again, your candidate was involved with, let's see, the Lippo Group, the Chinese military, the transfer of technology from Loral and Hughes to the Chinese, the disappearance of all of our nuclear secrets that we found some time later behind a Coke machine. I can't tell you the number of times I've just accidentally dropped a hard drive behind a Coke machine. These are the people whose surrogate, Sandy Berger, purloined and destroyed 9/11 documents. And you're going to talk to me about treason. Is that right? Huh. I'm telling you, Democrats, you better be very, very careful here, because you are whistling past the graveyard, baby. Trust me on this one. There's more to come. Don't hang in there, folks. So here's Debbie Dingleberry. And, of course, immediately, Rick Rennell jumps on her, and it's followed up by Brit Hume.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I listened to it, Rick, and I was just horrified. I called what he did today treason, and I am going to say it that strongly, because I don't think that you encourage another country to do anything that's against our national security. And what he called for today,
they already do that. They already.
So you're encouraging them? You're telling them that it's okay?
Them. I'm surprised that you think...
It is categorically not okay to tell a foreign government to hack anybody in this country.
Didn't.
Nobody's telling them to hack, okay? Jesus. God.
Tell them that. I think this is a big distraction from the Clinton campaign, because they're very worried about what's going on. Look, the fact is, Russia does this all the time. The Democrats have consistently underestimated Russia. Constantly. Look at the Russian reset. I don't
underestimate them. I think of them as an enemy. So to say an enemy should hack anybody is wrong.
Debbie, it might interest you to know that these accusations that are coming from others in your party about treason and the rest of it were referred to today by the Nation, perhaps the most liberal journal in America, as, quote, the pernicious language of McCarthyism, accusing people of being disloyal and somehow favoring Russia. So my own view of it is that this is a little histrionic and hysterical, that Trump was semi-serious at most in what he said today and was really just trying to stick it to Hillary Clinton for having so sloppily handled classified information that it's possible her server was subject to being hacked by the Russians and who knows who else.
Mm-hmm, that's right. Well, yeah, and there was no call for the Russians to engage in espionage. There was a call for them to produce what they may already have, because Hillary's server was unprotected and everybody got everything they wanted. I mean, this is the ultimate quid pro quo. How much do you think it's worth to the Clinton Foundation in dollars laundered through a Canadian charity that doesn't have to name its donors. How much do you think it would be worth for Hillary to put the nation's secrets on a deliberately unprotected computer server? Kind of like you and I work at the bank and we make an agreement that on Friday night, you're not going to lock the bank. You're going to go home and you're going to forget to lock it. And then on Saturday morning, I'm going to go and empty the bank, and then you and I on Sunday will meet and split it. I know that's, folks, I have no proof of that, but it's just the kind of thing that a Clinton might think of. Just, put everything on a server and then walk away and let the rest of the world have what they want, and there'll be plenty of money coming in. Just saying, all right? I'm not saying it's true. I just... one of those, I'm sorry, that's my fettered imagination, all right? Okay, Charles Krauthammer. What's your take on all of this?
There was something about his reference to Russia, which, whether planned or not, is extremely clever. I'm not the first to point out that it set a trap that the Clinton campaign fell right into. In that statement that you showed from the Clinton campaign, it said, you're inviting a foreign power to invade our national security. Now, these are the emails that she deleted because they were supposedly private. These are the ones that were supposedly not work-related. These are the ones where she discusses her yoga lessons and wedding planning. So if that's what really in the 30,000 deleted emails, then there's no national security to be involved at all. So the Clinton campaign ends up admitting that perhaps there really is work-related, if not classified stuff, on the emails which she deleted, which I think would be the grounds for a charge of obstruction.
Yeah. Well, how much justice has she obstructed through her entire life? It'd be hard to make a list of it all. Anyway, but it gets even thinner, the ice does, when it comes to things like uranium and the Russians. Stand by. I'm not done.